From hot spots to hidden gems and lots of local flavor, it's your guide to LA the unscripted way. And tonight, we're talking plant-based. They are the two words quickly becoming synonymous with how we eat in LA, plant-based. Hello everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and tonight, LA Unscripted is going vegan. You know, Californians aren't just eating more vegetables, they're growing them in urban farms like this one, the Grow Good Urban Farm in Bell, California. But fear not, apartment dwellers and plant killers, we found something that can turn any 4 square feet of space, inside or out, into broccoli, kale, strawberries, herbs, anything you can think of.
I think to have a garden is to, be an optimist, right? Because you're nurturing life and you're thinking about the future. It starts here, this farm. We grow baby plants. We've grown them for the first 2 to 3 weeks of their life. That's a seedling right there.
Wow!
So that's a green bunching onion. So the farm stand is a hydroponic garden. You need about 2 by 2, so about 4 square feet. There's a tank of water at the bottom. There's modules that hold the plants. It's on a timer, so every so often the timer goes off and it pumps water to the top. It rains down inside this unit and it delivers plant roots just the amount of water and nutrients that they need. The material that the farm stand is made out of is ocean-bound plastic. Just add water and add 2 scoops of nutrients and you're pretty much good.
You just can grab it off?
Oh, you can do anything.
And then eat it?
Yeah.
It tastes like wasabi. That's actually really good.
And I learned I was going to be a dad and started to look at food differently, so opted for organic produce. But I learned that the real challenge is getting the food from the farm to the grocery store. 10 days old before anyone at the store gets it. And we all know how, food goes bad in the fridge within a couple days. And I learned that 40 to 50% of food gets wasted, before anyone eats it. So I figured, what if we could just take the waste out of the system? We'd cut the price of food in half. And that's where the concept of Let Us Grow came from. This is great. You could also just pull this out.
Okay.
And put this as a centerpiece on your table.
Oh,
so
how great! You're right. For
roots.
The fall,
Yeah.
your fall
Exactly.
floral piece. Yeah, it's amazing.
We've grown over 200 different varieties in the farm stand. We have 6 different types of basil. We have 3 different types of arugula right now. The most popular are butterhead and romaine. We've got the Asian greens, tatsoi, bok choy. We get into the vegetables, tomatoes, zucchini. You can even grow watermelon. And then we also grow strawberries and alpine berries. Anything that's not a tree or a bush, you can pretty much grow. It's so easy. It takes about 5 minutes a week to maintain. And we have an app, and even if you don't use your phone, we have emails that tell you exactly what to do. It's all about the experience, how meditative it is, how good for their soul. People say it's the best thing that they've done with their children, the single most, best activity. I think that growing food is in our DNA. Every time I see my kids or any kids interact with a farm stand or any garden, they're all totally pulled in. The plant-based movement is gaining a lot of steam and is quickly growing. So my goal is really to make this as ubiquitous as a refrigerator. That everyone has, the ability to grow some percentage of their food at home.
Wow, it's so alive. And coming up, Matthew Kenny, one of the preeminent vegan chefs in the world, cooks us a dish straight from his Let Us Grow. But first,
I created Seabirds because I wanted a place that I could eat. I was looking for food that was local and organic and vegan, and I was just having a hard time finding food that was really satisfying.
Stephanie, I want to kiss you. This is so good.
My name is Stephanie Morgan. I'm the owner and chef of Seabird's Kitchen. I'm self-taught, a lot of YouTube videos and cookbooks and Googling. I started cooking for myself when I turned vegan. I was actually working in New York, like on Wall Street. I was gonna be like a broker, and all my free time I was just cooking and creating recipes and creating menus. I just had to quit my job and my life in New York, and then I moved back home to California to start Seabirds. I had the idea for a vegan food truck like 2009, and I think I was like the third food truck in Orange County. So it took a lot to start like the food truck revolution. I had to like get people to eat off of a food truck that normally wouldn't, and then I had to get people to eat vegan food off of a food truck.
Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise, this is really good.
When I started the food truck, I just kind of realized I don't want to have a food truck forever. I didn't like how people didn't always know where we were, or if there was bad weather, we would kind of have to shut down. So I always knew I wanted to have like a brick and mortar. So the name Seabirds, originally I thought that it would be like me and a bunch of girlfriends in a food truck parked next to the beach, like selling veggie burritos to surfers coming in and out of the ocean. Well, unbeknownst to me at the time, you're not allowed to park a food truck at the beach for more than 10 minutes. So that didn't work out, but I just kept the name because I liked it.
What are we making today?
We are making our cauliflower fillet sandwich, which is unique to the location here in Los Feliz. We use whole foods. We don't use a lot of processed meats or anything, or fake meats. We do local ingredients and seasonal ingredients.
Just a plate of heaven. I'm so proud of this.
The first Seabirds kitchen location opened in October of 2013, and that's at the lab in Costa Mesa.
What does it feel like now, 10 years later? What's that feeling like?
It's hard to comment on it because it's so close to me and I'm still on the journey. Like I think back to all the events we did with the food truck, or taking it to Coachella, or like the Tree Huggers Ball, just these random events that were super fun. But to see where we are now and how many employees I have now, it's really strange to think about. But yeah, it's just been continuing to work hard and just trying to make things the best that I can. Food trucks are super important to Southern California. They're a part of our makeup now, and I just think it's awesome to support those people that have started so small and were able to expand, and continue to support the food trucks out there.
More food truck tales from the streets of SoCal.
When you bite into a Wolfie's hot chicken sandwich, the sound is something that is exceptional.
This is really good.
So I grew up with a single mom. She had 5 jobs. I just wanted to be with my mom on the weekends. So I got a job working with her in a catering company back east. And that's how I got my start. I've washed dishes, managed, bussed, run tables, waited, been a beverage director, and now I own my own restaurants and bars. But I got started just like wanting to hang out with my mom. So during the pandemic, Block Party, being a high volume party bar, was not allowed to operate because we didn't have a bona fide kitchen. So my best friend Josh and I, along with our very close friends and business partners, Natalie Kerfman and Stephen Escott, knocked down the weight-bearing wall between our business and a neighboring business, pulled a food truck into the property, and started serving our plant-based fried chicken recipes. Within 2 weeks, we had a line down the street on York Boulevard, and Josh and I looked at each other and said, I think we got a hit. Hi, I'm Jason Eisner, co-founder and chef of Wolfie's Hot Chicken, the best Nashville hot chicken sandwich on the planet that happens to be vegan. I took a road trip across country from New York City to Los Angeles, and I stopped in Nashville. Ate at Prince's Fried Chicken. They are the official creators of Nashville hot chicken, and was kind of mind blown. So we make an exceptionally interesting breading out of 36 different ingredients. I do believe that we have the best hot chicken sandwich on the face of the planet. So my grandfather was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne in World War II. He fought at the Battle of Normandy, and as a Jewish American, having survived that war and having liberated some of those camps in Poland and Germany, I wanted to pay homage to my grandfather. So the Big Bad Wolf was the symbol on their airplanes when they were going into battle, and I thought that that was a nice way to kind of give him a hug.
Okay, Jason, my eyes and my mouth is watering. What do you have on this table for me to try?
All right, well, we brought out a smorgasbord, if you will. So we have our Osaka sandwich, which is our international rotating chicken sandwich that has a beautiful ube and taro focaccia bun with some Japanese slaw and homemade sunimono pickle. And then we have our Memphis barbecue loaded fries, our buffalo loaded fries, our chicken tenders, which is a fan favorite with the kids, and then our Nashville hot chicken sandwich and fries.
This is not your mama's chicken sandwich. Oh my God. And the crunch, it's so crunchy. Every layer of flavor is jamming. Well, I've got to try the loaded fries. This is the Memphis, that's good.
We have an incredible pina colada, our signature margarita, a great beer list including all local beers such as Party Beer and West Adams, a really delicious michelada, but you can't go wrong with fried chicken and beer.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers to a wonderful business
Thank you so much.
and for letting LAU come and eat.
Appreciate you coming. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, coming up inside another tiny space serving big vegan flavors. And vegan actress Shannon Elizabeth reveals her secret nacho recipe. Welcome back to LA Unscripted's plant-based special from Lettuce Grow and their amazing nursery here in Bell, California. Look at these adorable seedlings, by the way. This is rainbow chard and this is arugula. How cute are they? And you know, we also have over 1,200 dairy farms in California, but more and more people are taking their coffee with a side of nut milk. Sales are up over 60% in the last 5 years alone, thanks to great little breakfast spots like this one in Eagle Rock.
I think we're fortunate to be in Los Angeles and there's so many vegan restaurants coming up. But I think every time we wanted to go somewhere, like let's go to a vegan coffee shop, we felt like that's what lacked in vegan breakfast all day.
Hi, I'm Joanna and I'm one of the owners and one of the chefs.
My name is Celeste and I'm also one of the owners and chefs. We're at Little Barn Coffee House in Glassell Park. You know, we've always dreamt of having a vegan cafe. Unfortunately for the previous business, they had to close because of the pandemic. It was our opportunity to take over, and here we are.
Yeah, we decided to take the risk, you know, even it was like during pandemic, but everything seemed to work out and the vegan community really supported us and came out. And we were actually really excited and kind of scared, you know, just with everything going on, but we've been very lucky and fortunate.
And we're still here.
So every time I come here, I always get the horchata cold brew coffee. It's delicious.
I am drinking a horchata coffee.
I have a pumpkin spice latte.
We're both vegan. I've been vegan for about 18 years.
I actually grew up in a farm where they like raised chickens, and then I got to see it firsthand, you know. And I didn't have much information at 13, so that was also kind of like the dream of doing my own thing as I developed and learned more. Obviously, we have a coffee shop, so we want stuff to taste good and make a space for vegan and non-vegan people to try compassionate stuff and not miss the flavor of dairy. So it has a lot to do with taste, but also the environment, and try to do our research too. So that was like instant, like let's make this a coffee shop breakfast. And the vegan community, I think, reaches out and helps one another. And it's also like the times that we're in, you know, Latinx, LGBTQ, we made a safe space, a compassionate space. So I think people really, it transpired that we were giving love, and I think people feel it because we love to be here genuinely.
A love for animals is what all vegans seem to have in common, especially if you're talking to actress Shannon Elizabeth. The work she's doing in the name of veganism and animals is pretty remarkable.
So my journey is kind of a long one. I haven't had meat really in like 25 years, so it's been long. So you don't just become vegan overnight. It was knowing what the animals went through. Once I knew what was happening, it kind of just, that was why I did it. My whole body changed when I stopped eating meat. Everything changed for me. so I started going out to South Africa and learning about conservation. I said, yeah, this is what I want to do with my charity and with my life. I feel like this is my mission on the planet. My why is to help save animals and be a voice for them because they need us. One of the projects that we're working on is a blind black rhino that we take care of. His name is Munu. You can actually follow the story at Munu the Rhino on Instagram. But he is a beautiful, incredible, very rare species of black rhino. And he just happens to be blind. Poaching has gone through the roof right now. So we ended up getting him a nighttime armed guard that sleeps with him and stays with him at night. Really, for me, ultimately, any animal, I look in their eyes, I'm close to them, I'm around them, I feel their heart and their love and their need for help. And that's what drives me to learn as much as I can and listen to people and just try to make a difference while I'm here. I love making Mexican food for people, but vegan style. I think we're gonna go through today how to do a vegan queso where you don't even have to cook anything. And you start with raw cashews. So you soak them and then you drain them and rinse them, and that's what we have here. The other key ingredient is nutritional yeast. Garlic or garlic powder. I'll use a little bit of onion and some salsa. So now let's put it all together. Who would have thought that all this could be vegan?
Thank you, Shannon. And coming up, a guy who can definitely say he started it all. One of the OG California vegan chefs is cooking us a meal when LA Unscripted returns. Welcome back to our plant-based special from the Grow Good Urban Farm in Bell, California. All right, we're about to give you a 5-star lesson in farm to table. Let's see how a world-class chef with over 40 restaurants around the globe turns his lettuce grow into a meal.
Hungry?
I'm very hungry. This looks amazing.
Well, I became a chef because I love food and restaurants and wine and the idea of entertaining. Well, I would never have embarked on a plant-based career if I didn't believe it was the most exciting food to work with. We operate in 6 segments: hospitality, education, media, products, services, and licensing. 60 restaurants or food businesses globally, ranging from drive-thrus that we have next to McDonald's and Burger King to our food hall. In Los Angeles, we have Double Zero. In Venice, Plant Food and Wine on Appiquini. We have Sestina in Culver City and Makeout in Culver City. It's been there about 8 or 9 years. We're opening Oleada in Beverly Hills, and we work with Lingerie in Beverly Hills. Also opening Sestina in Century City. I could use this. I could just saute it. There's still a lot of concern about how complicated it is to be vegan, and the reality is it's very simple. If I'm a chef, but I have sometimes only 5 minutes to make my meals.
Wow.
So you're gonna be an Iron Man.
You got 3 kinds of kale in there.
Yeah, they're cooked inside. Got some microgreens here. I think the best way to eat it is just, I can make you one. You like guacamole? I went down to visit Jacob's stand, and it was just like peacefully there outside his house, and I just really loved it, and so it's really become a part of our life. It's changed the way the home feels, and I really just love being around plants, not just to eat them. I love being around them, seeing them. What was really fun was seeing broccoli grow last summer. The greens, when you harvest them fresh, there's something so tender about them, and the experience is totally different on the palate. The taste, the sharpness of the taste.
Tastes so good.
Very simple. You can make it in 10 minutes. I just encourage people to cook what they love and find an alternative if it's something that usually has an animal product in it, and then just take note of how they feel. And the rest usually takes care of itself.
And if you can't get to a Kenny restaurant, fear not. He has 12 cookbooks.
One of the things people love to tell you when you go plant-based is that the desserts are terrible, but I can officially beg to differ thanks to Donut Friend. That's my happy donut dance.
The customer favorite is definitely going to be the Strawberry Lab. That is by far one of our most popular donuts. We have a non-dairy based with cream and fresh strawberries in the middle. My name is Crystal. I work at Donut Friend. Donut Friend opened in 2013. All the donuts are named after bands. He has a donut named after his band, the Drive Like Jehu. We call it the Drive Like Jelly. The Angry Samoa, that's named after the Angry Samoans. So just a lot of like different punk, hardcore, emo bands.
I'm a fritter girl. Can we start there?
Let's go there. Well, it's got the cinnamon, it's got the sugar. Honestly, you're gonna be back tomorrow for the fritter.
Oh my God. We're in Highland Park, which is a pretty cool neighborhood.
We've been here for quite some time and we've definitely seen shops come and go. So we're really happy for the community and for our customers to keep us going this long.
Getting to share these yummy donuts with all of the neighbors and people that live in the community is a pretty awesome job.
Yeah, I mean, it really aligns with my values. Like, I come into work and I don't have to worry about any like non-vegan item, and that's like the best part of working here.
Yeah.
Is that it aligns with what I stand for and what I believe in.
All right, so I think it's pretty safe to say that plant-based is not a passing fad. In fact, it was the fastest growing food business in the country last year. And just think about this. For every meal you make plant-based, you're saving 40 pounds of grain, 1,100 gallons of water, 30 square feet of forest, and 1 animal. Pretty cool, right? We'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us. Mwah.